Dr. Lindsay Trottier. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine practicing in San Diego, California. I'm a premier level balanced method acupuncturist as certified through the Academy of Acupuncture. Today, I am going to take you through my warm-up and cool down before my run. I tell a lot of my patients that there is a certain way of doing things before and after exercise. Now, a lot of people know they should stretch, they just aren't really sure if they're doing it correctly. Before exercise, you always want to warm up your muscles. So how you will do that is through a certain type of stretching that I like to call dynamic stretching. There are three types of stretching. There is static, where you hold a stretch. There is isometric, where you're holding a stretch and contracting the muscle at the same time. And there is dynamic stretching, where you're going through the stretch in a movement motion. And before running or any other kind of physical activity, you want to do a warm-up of dynamic stretching. Afterwards, you can do your cool down of static stretching. So I'll show you what that is. Another thing that I like to emphasize with patients is that there are three planes of the human body. There is the frontal, the sagittal, and the transverse. Now, most of our activity is going to be in the sagittal plane. That's when we're moving forward and backward, like in running. Some of it will be in the frontal plane, where we're going side to side. So if you're doing dancing or any kind of like HIIT workout, you'll be moving in this. But a lot of people aren't working the transverse plane, and that's going to be like if you're hula hooping or dancing. Now, why this is important is in Chinese medicine, we have a meridian called the daimai. And the daimai traditionally is located around the waist, but it is the only meridian that goes around the body. And even though the points are at the waist, it's through the whole body, around and around. So how I will see that manifest is people will come in with problems where maybe they have a lot of anxiety, agitation, insomnia. They always feel hot, but their hands and feet are cold. They might feel lethargic, they might have backache, and that is a clear indication that the daimai has been affected, because all the heat is above and all the cold is below. There is not an upward, up and down motion of chi energy very easily. So making sure that you open up the daimai or the transverse plane is going to benefit your health tremendously. Okay, so let's get started with my warm-up. A lot of this warm-up I actually adapted from the book ChiRunning, and I will put the information in the description below. So I like to start with my ankles, and it's simple. I just do ankle rolls. 10 one way, 10 the other way, on the other leg, and back. Now my knees. One way and the other. I still feel my ankles moving too. Now I'm going to open up my waist. Circles one way and circles the other. Moving up, I like to stagger my stance a little bit like I'm running, and then it's just a twist. 10 backwards, toward the left, 10 backwards, toward the right. And my waist, 10, like you're dancing. It's kind of fun. And the other way. This I really feel opening up my mid and lower spine. Now I like to do shoulder rolls. 10 backwards and 10 forwards. If you remember my 4 minutes to better posture video, you'll see that I am standing in that pose. And neck circles, 10, the other way. Now this one might be a little tricky for some people, but we're going to be twisting the body and using our arms as leverage, but the arms aren't swinging. It's more like we just let them drop and our body twists, okay? So what we'll do is bring them up and let them go and twist to the left. And my knees are bent, and I'm just letting my body twist. I like to do maybe 10 each side. This feels really good. Just getting everything warmed up. And when I'm done, I'll let my arms come to the sides of my legs, wake up my IT band. Like that. All right, now so a little bit more dynamic stretching. I always like to open up my hip flexors if I try to run fast. So a lot of people know to hold this stretch, but really I just think of butt kickers. That's gonna do the same thing, okay? Gonna warm you up. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't even have to kick your butt. If you're just here, that's okay. Okay, this is all gentle. Now to wake these up even more, might do high knees. Just bringing these legs up. And then if you remember from an earlier video I posted, I like to do hip circles. Again, this is warming up the frontal plane. The previous one was warming up the sagittal. Okay, so I've been going out. Now I'm gonna go in. And now I'm ready to run. I'll see you guys when I come back. Hi, I'm back. And I'm a little out of breath because I did intervals today, which is a great way to get your heart rate up when you don't have a lot of time. So when you're out of breath, I like to put my hands on top of my head. Start slowing down my breathing. Breathing into my belly, slowing it down so I can talk normally again, okay? And I'm ready for my cool down. So in the cool down, you're just gonna wanna get the muscles to relax again, shake out any parts that might have been a little tight on your run. Okay, I go back to my hip circles and then I do some toe walks and heel walks. So you can do it along with me. Moving my hips out. And in. Heel walks. So just walking on my heel, stretch out my calves. And toe walks. Again, for the feet, calves, the shins. Don't want to get shin splints. It's no fun. Or plantar fasciitis. Maybe a few more ankle circles. And now I'll get to my static stretching. So I always want to stretch my quads. We're so quad dominant in our culture these days. So the right way to do this stretch, the flamingo stretch, is to grab your ankle and you're going to want to get your knees to line up and you're going to push your hip forward. And I'll hold this for about 30 to 60 seconds. Feels really good. I feel the stretch all the way from my belly, down my hip, to my knee. And I'll switch sides and this is what it looks like from the side. Again, My knees are lined up. Get your balance. And I push my hip forward. Keep your chest open, slow down your breathing. Awesome. Now we'll do the hamstrings. You can either sit back to your chair with this front leg straight. You reach down, pull your toe. Feel the stretch even in your low back. Other side, I feel it in my calves too. Stretching the IT band is really good after running. What I'll do is I'll cross one leg in front of the other, and I'll go to touch my toes toward the side of the back leg. So like this. And I'll feel that stretch in my back, down the side of my back leg. Slowly come up. Don't get dizzy. And the other side. Now, if you have good balance, you can do this stretch without support, but you might want to hold on to something. So you want to make sure your foot is not on your knee, but above your knee. Okay, and then I push this out and sit back. It's a good balance exercise too. Feel free to do this sitting or holding some support. And you're getting the stretch again through the glute, the IT band, and the other side. Maybe a few more butt kickers, high knees. Now, even when you're running, you're moving your arms, so you should be. You're gonna wanna stretch that upper back and neck. Sometimes people get tingling in their fingers when they're running. It's a sign things are too tight in your neck and shoulders. So make sure you give that a good stretch back here as well. I got a little tingly today, so I'll be throwing some needles in to help with that. And triceps. Work on your flexibility through this area. It will really help your neck and upper back and your breathing, and your low back and your stress, all of it. That's basically it. Now I'm gonna drink lots of water, no ice, get a little snack, some protein, and I'll be on with my day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you'd like more information about how to keep healthy and what traditional Chinese medicine can help with. If you'd like to book an appointment with me, you can go to my website, lindsaytrottier.com. Call or text me, 619-719-1768, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Thanks.